Hi, this is Jeff from SimpleForexSystem.net, and I want to talk to you briefly about a modification you can make with the peaks and valleys, the PV2 method, that is extremely profitable and doesn't require any new tools or anything new. It really doesn't require anything you're not already doing. Okay. Now, a lot of people have been commenting lately that, especially trading US 30 and also the NASDAQ, the NAS 100, that it's been very difficult to get in on the entries that the system is giving them, especially if they're using the deluxe system, which has the PV2, the Renko-Stoch, and the Renko Signal AM included. What you're looking for essentially is a lineup of all three indicators. They all three of them give you the the signal to buy at the same time you buy. And the problem has been that the market has been very uncooperative for the last couple of weeks, especially. A lot of on the US 30 and on NASDAQ for that matter, a lot of spiking of prices, a lot of sort of instant reversals. The kind of wonderful trades you can get into where it takes you 15 minutes for price to move, say 4 or 5 boxes in your direction, and then the reversal covers the same 4 or 5 boxes in the opposite direction in about 5 seconds. That's the kind of stuff that just tears your heart out, when you're trading. So what I want to talk to you today is using just one component of the PV2 system, and that's the Renko-Stoch. You can see that on the video here. You may also notice that this is a pound-yen chart, something that you haven't seen me talk about in probably a couple of years now, mostly because Forex trading has mostly been dead for quite a while, and it just hasn't been worth the time and the effort to put in waiting for something to happen. But, we are in essentially a kind of a meltdown situation economically, not just here in the U.S., but worldwide. Most of the Western countries are in deep doo-doo at this point economically, and so we are now seeing a lot more activity on these charts. So, for those who are not able to keep up with the speed and sort of the breakneck reversals that you're getting in the indices charts, people want something that's moving a little slower, but maybe it's a little easier to get in and get out. And most importantly, if you are an American citizen and quite possibly a Canadian citizen, and you are very limited as to where you can open accounts, and you would just as soon do business with somebody that's here locally in the U.S., or maybe, I don't know if there is anybody in Canada, but if there is, maybe you want to stay home, keep your money at home. This will allow you to get into, I would say, probably multiple trades during a normal trading session. Maybe not on the same chart. You might want to put up a pound yen, a euro yen, dollar Canadian, pound dollar chart, but you are going to get lots of opportunities to trade with this setup. Now, all you do is you basically put your Renko chart up. Now, this is a pound yen. I think this is a 5 pip pound yen. See if I can get the little thing to cooperate here. Yeah, this is 5. So it's a 5 pip box, and what you're looking for, and I know I went over this briefly in the training already once, but I only think I sort of touched on it. So let's go into it a little bit more deeply here. Let me go back, find some good examples here real quickly, and here are some. What you're looking for is price to get to the very top or the very bottom of the Renko-Stoch window. That's the only indicator you need to put up here. Okay, it has to reach the bottom or it has to reach the top. Now, if you can't tell that it's reaching the top, if it's so close you just can't tell, it's reached the top. Okay, I mean, we're not gonna we're gonna be really sticklers on this if we don't have to be. But if you want it to go right to the top, right to the bottom, when that happens, that is your signal that a trade is developed. All right, meaning if it's let me come back here because I know there's a lot of it. This is the end of the day on Friday. You didn't get anywhere near the top here. It reversed back. It didn't get anywhere near the bottom on this one. It went up and got through the top line, the 80 line, but did not get near the top. All of these are not signals. Okay, this is just a slowing down, quieting down market, and of course it's Friday after 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so that's not really a big surprise. At least this is actually about the last 3 or 4 hours of trading, but yeah, it was still very, very quiet. So if you're looking at a chart like this, you're simply not trading. Okay, don't worry trying to squeeze something out of it because it's just simply not worth it. But what you're looking for, like I said, you want to hit the very bottom or the very top. Once you hit, let's say, the very bottom, what you're looking for is that first crossover, which would be right about here. If you put in the crosshairs here, you can see this would be your entry somewhere around 55 to 65, somewhere now in one of those two boxes. I'm not sure exactly where you can get in. A little bit of a retrace, nothing to be concerned about. There's plenty of room to maneuver here. But what you're waiting for this to do is to go all the way to the very top, and then when it crosses over, moving down, that would be your exit sign. Which again, if you got in here around what we say about 60 or 65. Your exit over here would have been around 85, 90, so 25 pips, not bad, not great, but not bad. And potentially you could have gotten more had you gotten out at the top, but here's the thing, there will be plenty of examples, especially on the currency pairs, that after it breaks through moving up and gets to the top, it runs along the top for a while, and as it's running along the top for a while, it's adding more and more and more pips. If you waited until you got out, here, essentially you would have gotten out maybe a little bit lower than your eventual exit. But you're going to see examples once you put this up where price runs 75 or 100 pips up while it's running along the top window and never once breaking through and giving you the exit signal to get out. So you're looking for these from the very, very bottom to move to the very, very top. And once it gets to the very, very top, once it crosses over, that's your exit sign. Now, one of two things happens. It's either going to go all the way back down to the bottom, or it's going to reverse and probably come back up to the top. Either way, this would be a sell signal, a reversal, and legitimately you should take that sell signal. Okay, you were at the very top. Now you're looking for price to go to the very bottom. In this case, it doesn't go. It comes back over and it crosses back over, right about this point. Now you're about, 10, 15 pips upside down. This is a re-entry signal. You can, again, take this and run along the top, the buy signal, until you get the sell signal. So that's one way to handle it. The other one is you come to the point where it crosses over, heading down, which it did on this particular point. It did that. This is a sell signal, and you take it until it comes all the way down. And you can see down here, you got a bit of a crossover right here. That would be your exit. You can, again, take the buy trade, which if you do, you end up getting 5, 10, again, lost because it reversed and went back down. This is another sell signal. So you sell, and you can continue to keep going back down. Then once you cross back over again, because you touched the bottom, you then buy on the crossover and look for it to go all the way to the top. Now this is where we're at the end of the day here. It didn't happen, so you basically just exit and call it good. This is how you can trade this thing. You get fewer trades, they last longer, and you generally get more pips out of it. If you run into it, well, see, now here you never got to the top, so there would be no sells and there would be no re-entry. So this is one way you can skip all this. You're going to miss something, but once it came all the way along the top and touched, now you got your crossover and you got your sell. So the thing is, it's got to be something goes all the way and touches. Now basically it didn't really touch here. It got close, but it didn't. That would be a judgment call. So you could have had a sell and a buy. You could have gotten a little bit of choppy action right here. Everybody hates chop. Sorry, I don't have a way to avoid that. But, you're going to be 10, 15 pips on the losing trades. But the winning trades have the potential for 50, 60, 70, 100 pips, when they pop out on a normal trading day. Now, something even better that you can do if you run into a day where maybe the 5-pip boxes are running a little bit slow. You're not really getting a lot of distance on the trades. Let me bring up the Euro Yen chart, which I thought I had already sized for this window, but I did not. So give me a second here, and I will get this sized. This is a. Hold on a second. Bring this in a little bit. There we go. All right. This is a 3-pip box, if I remember correctly. Let's see if this will cooperate. Yeah, 3-pip box. You can just take your box sizes and make them smaller. And in doing so, you can see where you're at the bottom. You know, same thing applies. You get your crossover. There's your buy. You take it all the way to the top. You haven't really, crossed over. Here you finally get a crossover. And you get out. Now, that was a nice trade. There's other, bigger trades, better trades. There's some smaller trades along the session. This is the end of the day here, too, by the way, so you're probably not taking any of these. But, again, you're just waiting. Touch the bottom. Ride it all the way to the top. And don't get out until it crosses over and heads going in the other direction. And you can do this with currencies, you can do it with oil, you can do it with gold, you can do it with any of the currencies, indices, charts. But the idea behind this is maybe getting something that allows you to avoid some of that speed that's on the indices chart that's difficult, to deal with for some people. So anyway, I said this is already in the package. It's already in the PV2 package. So what I would suggest, get, if you're not able to trade the indices, or you're just not, it's just too much to handle, take them down. Don't worry about taking them down. Put up a pound yen, put up a euro yen, put up a dollar CAD, put up a pound dollar, put up a euro dollar, put up a dollar yen for that matter. The dollar yen, amazingly enough, is quite the big mover lately as well. Any of those charts, and the beauty of this is because it is slower moving, you can get into a trade. For instance, this trade you would have gotten in somewhere around 9:18 in the morning, and your exit would have been around 10:02. Okay, 40 minutes. That's a lot of time. It's a lot of time to manage the trade, and so you can have multiples of these trades open, and all you have to do is just keep an eye on what's happening with the Renko-Stoch line. If it's if you've hit the bottom and are crossing up, you're getting in. If you're hitting the top and coming back down, you're getting out, or maybe getting in, going the other direction using the reversal button on the chart buttons. There's you've got some options that are that you can use, but like I said, it's slower. It covers a lot more ground. You have a chance to in the course of 1 or 2 trades, make anywhere from 30 to 100 pips with very little stress. And I think that this is just a really solid way for somebody to get in and use this and trade this if they're finding that the whole deluxe system, or even just the PV2 on its own, is just a little too fast for them. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful, and I hope you're going to put it to good use and get out there and start making some pips. So this has been Jeff for Simple Forex System, signing off, and talk to you again when we've got some more to share. Bye.